Right, hello all. Thanks for joining us. Get a minute or two. A few people are just coming in, and we'll get going. So I'll just give an overview of some of the stuff I'm going to go through today. So it's Sunday, so you might be thinking, why am I doing mining Monday preload on a Sunday? It's because I tend to like to try and get everything all set up, ready, all my miners, and get them out onto the mines ahead of the event starting next week. But it's not as easy as it sounds, and if you get it wrong, your ships can blow up. And if you don't get it 100% right, you can still do okay, but not as well as you should do. So one of the things I do want to talk about today is some of the tactics for scoring a reasonable score in lap mining Monday each Monday. I guess some of you are thinking, why do I want to bother doing that? And to be honest with you, the rewards are not good, are they? And you can probably just very quickly slam a miner out for a little while in deep space and complete the event. But maybe if you're like me, you like to try and contribute a decent score to your alliance's ALB, and maybe it's just a bit of fun to try and score as high as you can in the SLB. So a few tactics around that, and because I'll be setting my miners up anyway for Monday night and into Tuesday, I thought I would use today to talk through that a little bit. The other thing I want to talk through today is the heroic spend events. So every time a new orc comes out, every Saturday, you get spend events, SLBs, and nearly all of them now, every single orc. You also have an ability just to do the heroic spend event, which is spend a whole load of gas, crystal, or ore to be able to complete an heroic spend event and unlock the new officers. So, it's not as simple as just, holding back and, I'll do an ops upgrade and I'll upgrade my R&D and all of a sudden thinking you'll complete that event, because even that doesn't really get you anywhere close to completing it. So I'm going to show you what I do to try and unlock it each month, and normally I can get an unlock either after the first spend event or definitely after the second spend event, so like the second week that comes along. And if you've been saving a little while, or you maybe bought a pack or something, then you can probably maybe get the new officers to tier 2. You're never going to be able to get them to like tier 3, tier 4 doing this unless you're spending a lot of money. But yeah, in most cases I can unlock them new officers without really spending anything, or only the odd occasional pack once a month maybe, or maybe once every other month, something like that. So it's not like what I'm showing you is not going to, just spend £500 a month and quite clearly you're gonna have enough resources to unlock them. So there's two things we're gonna go through today. So let's knock that one across into here. Okay, so I think we'll start off on the spend event. It's probably a bit funner, and then we'll get into the officers and mining Monday. So, in case you don't know, it's this Dejasha Toira that I don't know if I'm saying that correct at all, but you can see the two separate events to be able to recruit this new officer. The first one, the classic SLB, where if you win it, you're going to get 100 and then 70. So the first most obvious way to instantly unlock it is to come first in this event, or come second and complete like your battle pass, and then you're pretty much almost there, because you would have got enough in the heroic. You would have got enough in this heroic SMS here to unlock it. But I mean, I'm not even in this SLB. For me is only again, which is quite good. I think up to 60, which are all quite surprised by. I'm normally lumped in with up to the 70s, so that's quite good to actually. Otherwise, these scores would have been 250, 300 million. I don't actually know what the big Wales bracket scoring is like at the moment, but I guess it's probably really, really high. So the point being is that if I complete this, the heroic SMS, I'm likely to be in and around 11 to 25 ranking here. But the most obvious thing to do, if you've been saving for ages or if you've spent a bit lately and you like the look of this officer, then you just dump all your resources on this particular event and win one of these SLBs. But if you're going to do that, make sure you win it. Like you see Gups is going for it. Balding Nuts and maybe going for it. I don't know. Maybe they'll be saving for a late push. But I always find if you're going to go on an SLB, go big and make sure you win. Because if you slip down to third, 50 different, and let's say you slip to fourth, it's down to 35, and you could have just dumped a load of resources and not get that much more than somebody who's finished 10th or 25th. So if you're going to go for it, go big. So good luck to those who are doing that. I won't be going big on this particular SLB. Also worth maybe let's having a look at the officer herself. So if we go to the officers, I'll scroll right down to the bottom because I won't have her unlocked. She's here, look. So let's have a look what she does. Okay, increases base loot gain from modern hostiles by 60%. So she's like 5 basically, adding extra loot. But obviously you're going to get synergy with her as well, so that's probably going to go up. And then adding extra shots against all marauders and invading entities. I was hoping that were going to be hostiles, but it's invaded entities. So the Armada stuff is good. So I can fully see this officer being a new loot crew, part of a new loot crew for Armadas once you can get the synergy around us. So I think there's quite good potential for having this particular officer unlocked for the future. It would have been better if that were hostiles, because then it would have been really quite useful in multiple places. But still, even against the hostiles, you could use her as part of a loot crew. Whether I would instead of my current loot crew, I'm not particularly sure. But that's the officer that we're potentially trying to unlock. I'll just post on here to let people know I've gone live. Okay, alright, so how else can we possibly unlock this particular officer? Well, first thing we need to do is to try and complete this. It's 25.81 million, and these are the criteria. And I know these have been tweaked and changed all the time, these scoring mechanisms in terms of the amount of points that you get for the different materials. But I've not found it too bad to complete it. I think a while ago there were lots of complaining on DJ's podcast by all the people and even himself for saying, are these well balanced, are they right? And I don't know what they've done recently, but all that noise seems to have gone away and people don't seem to be too concerned or complaining anymore about the format of unlocking the new officers. And I think they've got it balanced quite well, because I think either free to play or almost free to play, you should probably be able to get her unlocked. But if you want to get her way maxed out or much higher, you probably need to spend quite a lot. So I don't plan to spend quite a lot to unlock her and tier her up. So I just plan to try and get her unlocked, and slowly over time, I'm sure I'll be able to get extra cards for her and get her increased, and she maybe then becomes part of a new loot crew, or maybe does replace my current loot crew. I don't know yet, but she's one of those where I just think she's worth having in case she does become the new meta for loot crews, particularly on Armadas. Okay, right, so what do I do? Well, the first thing you can do is that if you have been saving up like I do, to work towards your ops levels, I do first of all always go and say, right, okay, well, can I do any more buildings that goes towards my primary target, which is ops 60? So, and I can go in any direction here. So go towards shipyard, R&D, and I've got to get the vaults up. So let's have a look. We get down here. So yes, I can. So I'm going to upgrade that. Ask for help. Speed it up. So I'm not getting a great deal. Let's have a look. Do I need that at? I need it at 59, don't I? So 59. Yeah. So I can go again. One more on that. So going up. So for this spend event, and now I might be able to. So now what I need to do is get these at 59, and then I can start working my way towards the R&D and shipyards. But you can see without spending and buying, then it's just really difficult. But let's go to the defense platforms because they might. Yeah. So defense platform can do one of them, and that's not too bad. 7,000 uncommon, 2,000 rare 5-star. So we'll upgrade that. That's for all. And I think that's all I'm going to be able to do, so I'm just going to leave that one cooking for a bit and let people get helps off it. So let's go and have a look to see what that got me. 1.85 million. So not even to the first milestone. And that's basically, if you don't... Oh, would I have got any gas from when I bought FC Lorca? I don't think I did. I don't think I did get any gas or stuff when I bought FC Lorca. So that's kind of the amount of upgrade you can do if you don't buy packs for like every week or couple of weeks. So it's quite slow. This is why people probably throw a lot of cash at it to try and speed it up. But not for me. I'll slowly plod along to Op 60. So the next thing you can do then is, in my opinion, the best way of doing it is ships. And let me go here. Look, if I swap the ship, you'll see I've got like a whole gaggle of jellyfish. So what I'm going to do today, and what I tend to do, is get one to max and then scrap it, and that gives me enough to then start leveling more and more. But what I might do for this particular one is build a new one and take that from the beginning all the way through to level 60, and then have a look to see how many points I got and see how close a fully leveling out to jellyfish gets you to complete the heroic. So I mean, technically what I would normally do is just like finish one of these off, level it up when there's an experience event on, like incursions or some other SLB or ALB, and then scrap it. But I think I've recently scrapped a jelly, so I might have enough to take another one all the way through to max level, and if not, we'll soon find out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to build a jelly, and you tend to get these jellies quite frequently, actually. I won't tell all the secrets, Bray. Don't worry. So you think because you get them from refineries and stuff like that, so the jellies are quite easy to get. As you see, I've got load of them already. So what I'm going to do is, I think I've got enough to build another 2, and by the time I get around to the third one, I'm going to explorers. And by the time I get around to leveling all the ones I've got, I'll probably be able to build a third as well. So I've still got quite a lot in the tank in terms of being able to complete these heroics, but I am wondering whether this might dry up at some point. And I do wonder whether, like, if you're mid-60s, whether this will work, because leveling a jelly might be the same as leveling an enterprise or something like that. So maybe you need to move on to leveling like G5 uncommons and do the same process, but with like G5 uncommons instead, and I bet that works. But anyway, so let's build this. Build. That's for. I'll just speed that up. Yeah, I know what they look like. All excited for getting. That's 6 jellyfish. Okay, so we're gonna put this on to my new one. It'll be lower powered. There it is. Lower one. Just 1 second. Let me make a note of. Let's make a note of starting points. So what my starting points was. 724. Oh no, 1.85 million. 85 million. Okay, end points equals. So there is a few things to know about this before I get into it. What I get is not going to be the same as what you get because perversely, the better like primed you've got around. I mean, this is ship engineering parts and ship parts, so it shouldn't affect it. But if you've got like primes around, I don't know where they are, but I think there's primes around lowering the resource costs, and there's loads of research, like loads and loads of research for lowering the cost of ore, gas, and crystal, etc. to level ships. So perversely, the worse your research is on the resources, the better this will work. But obviously, having the primes leveled up for the ship parts helps because it means that you're not burning through them as much, so it'll help you complete them. So I just thought what we'll do today is we'll start leveling up, upgrading it, and this is literally hypnotic. Like, I have to go that, upgrade. So they're alright at the moment because I've got all the resources, but when I get to the point where I've not got enough uncommon, if I hang up, because that's going to drive us all mental. Let me turn that sound off. Settings. General. I don't need. I had the sound effects on for when I was doing the last stream, and I needed to know when Armadas were. Oh, I won that Armada event, by the way, from the last stream. I did forget to keep an eye on it at the end, but I think I were about quite a few billions clear of the second place, so who was an XXX player, and I just think he didn't bother trying to catch me up. So that was good. Just for those who did watch my last stream, that means that on the Echoes of War, I'm now top of that Meta event because, like I said, I finished first in that EOW. But there's 50 days to run. Here we go. It was Aram. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. But yeah, our crew did well. Look, we had loads, didn't we? What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the top 10. That's because we ran loads of Armadas, which was quite good. Good alliance-based event. Got everybody talking. Right, so let's carry on upgrading this now without the sound. See, I'm not getting anything at the moment because it's all uncommon, which I've got like 5.1 million. So we'll just go through this and then we'll start seeing, and you'll see like what the best parts are that give you quite a lot. So yeah, so we're starting to get some points now in tier 2, but probably barely nothing. Yeah, 8,000. So tier 2, not really giving us much at all, but let's zip through. Oops. Like I said, the reason why I've managed to be able to get so much. I'm getting talked at by Alexa. So yeah, the reason why I've got so much points on this, look, 970,000. 940 is just because I scrap them jellies and they give you loads and loads. And also, you just get loads of 4-star anyway, don't you? Just when you get to like 57, 58, 59, it just seems to give you loads and loads of 4-star. So we're going. See, this is not making much of a dent at all at the moment. You might be thinking this is not going to work, Joe, but you'll see as we get up to the higher levels of this, it does start ramping quite up. So we're not done a great deal yet on it, up to 316. So this is still not going to give us as much, but let's keep going. Keep working his way through these. So what are we up to? I'll have a look at the end of this tier and have a look what we got to. This is a bit slow, I need to catch up. 2.13. Yeah, I think 2.13 maybe. Yeah, still not much. Keep going. It's the later tiers really where this starts paying off. So 400 and not much. It's these ones. There's some of these now. Yeah, 540. No, that's not much still. Keep going. See what we end up after these. That didn't give any. So this gun is starting to give a little bit. What are we up to now? 2.31. Still not much. Keep going. It must be like an exponential curve, this, in terms of the amount of points that you get. Right, so you see now I've run out of common. So I have to do another click each time, which is painful. Upgrade, convert. This is what happens. You run out of these and you've got to keep converting. So you do need lat, I guess, to be able to do this. But I think if you're up at 59, 60, you probably will have quite a bit of lat. Let's have a look. What are we up to now? 2.54. No, gotta keep going. Need a lot more than that, don't we? Keep going. But you can still see I've got like 959,000 of this stuff. So the only thing I think that might end this for me today would be the amount of rare ship points. But I think because I scrapped my jelly recently and I also scrapped an ent, I think I'm going to have quite a lot of the rare and the uncommon ship points. I know this is not overly exciting, but I wanted to go it through like a fresh one with you. See, we're starting to get near 1600 now, so it's what we're up to now. Nearly 3. So let me tear it up and we'll see if that's got me my first milestone. Yep. So we've got the first milestone done. After I've done these, we'll move on to research to see what we can get from that. Look, you see, we're still miles off, so really gotta get them later levels. It's starting to ramp up a bit. Ramping up a little bit. So we're getting 2,000 4-star now on them ones. You see, these ones will move to uncommon soon, and these will be worth quite a lot. But at the moment, they're common, so they're not giving us anything. So it's like 3,000. So up to 3.35. So it's starting to go a little bit. Tear this up again. I'm intrigued. I'm wondering how many points this whole jelly is going to give me. I had a feeling that we're going to get me maybe to the penultimate milestone. Not all the way, but the penultimate one. Which probably will be enough for me. So let's have a look, see if these are getting big now. So we've got 4,500 and 12,000. So that's warp engine now. I reckon that's going to be a good one to get for that one. Yeah, we've got 675,000 for that one. We're up to 4.38. 5,000 and 1,000. I bet that's going to be a good one. 300,000. So we're moving quicker now. We're moving a lot quicker. I bet we're not far off the second milestone now. Tier up. Instant. Confirm. So I bet some of these are going to use rare now. So let's have a look how many rare ship points I've got. So I've got 41,000 actually. I'm not going to run out of this stuff. I thought I might run out of this rare ship points, but it looks like I'm not. So I might be able to get this and some more upgraded as well to max. So we're up to now 5 million. So these rares are a lot less, but they're worth more points. What do we get for them? It's only about 71,000. But I'm expecting these two to be good again. 17,000 and 6,000 look. 910, so it's starting to eat into them, but still got quite a lot. Let's see what we get for this. Yeah, a million. Just shy of a million for that. 7,009. So that's nearly 10,000 with a 4-star. Upgrade that, see what we get. 400,000, so up to 6.51 now. And again, these are going to be all rare stuff, aren't they? Alright, so we're up to 6.75. $6.85. Does that get me another milestone? Yeah. 8. So we'll keep going. I'm up for one jelly. Could get me to I think it hopefully get me to this milestone. And then I'm going to do some maths on whether if they do 3 heroic SMSs, whether if you just got to the penultimate milestone on all of them, whether it'll unlock it. Because that's 25. You get. We'll do that in a bit. We'll continue on clearing these off. Hey Riggs, thanks for joining us, mate. We're just leveling up a jelly from. For those who were late joining in, we're just leveling the jelly from 0 all the way to max, and we're seeing how many points that gets us in the heroic spend event, and how many milestones that gets from us. And then once we've done one, we can kind of have a look to see whether we should continue doing more or whether stop and do another one at the next spend event. So let's continue on. So my lat is ticking down a bit though. I've got plenty, but the reason why that jumped quite a low down recently is because I upgraded all my ships, and that cost me an absolute fortune in lat. I went down from about 20 million to whatever I started on. Look at this, 23.55 thousand and 8,000. So what do we reckon? 2 million? 1.8 million, something like that. Let's have a look. See what it says. 1.2, not quite as good, but still 1.2 million though. We're up to 8.4 now. And this one, 10. 3.6. We've only got one more tier to go after this, haven't we? Or is this it? Is this the last tier, maybe? Upgrade, convert. This might be it for this one. Let's see how many points it got me. Maybe some of the efficiencies I've done recently has killed me. That's maxed. Okay, so we've ended on 9.45 million. So 1 jelly equals 9.45 minus 1.85. 7.6 million for me. So if I were doing this purely on jellies alone, I would need three and a bit. So I'm going to complete the rest of my jellies, and then I'm going to see whether, and then I'll move on to my researchers, because I've got like loads, maybe some 4-star stuff and some 5-star stuff I can do on researchers to see if I can get this to that. I want to try and complete this completely. Because let's do the adding up what we can get from these. So if I go to the battle pass, you see I've not bought the elite yet, but I will, and I'll unlock it all at the end. You've got 6 and you've got 14, so you got 20 from the battle pass. And then if I did this completely, that's going to be 50, so that'll get me to 70. And then probably 11 to 25, which could get me to like 85. Because if I go to 25th place at the moment, you'll see it's 19.779. It's called 20 million. So once if I complete it, I'm going to end up around here, and I may need to spend a bit more just to secure that place. I'm not going to push too much, but if I secured a 11 to 25, that's going to leave me with, from this one SLB, one round, 85 points. 85 out of 100. It is 100 to unlocking it. Yes, it is. So that means the next one, I just need 15. And to get 15, I would, well, that'd get me 11, wouldn't it? So I'll probably need to get to that one. But I think there's these other bits and bobs that you can pick up of her shards on like the gifts and stuff. So I reckon by the time you've done like the event, the missions, and the other freebies that you got given, you probably just need to get to 6.45 million next time. But what I do tend to do when I'm doing this is make a decision that once I get to this point, will I have enough to get to 25.81 million? Because if I don't, I kind of stop at that point. But again, if you think about it, though, if you have got enough, you might as well, because you're getting 25 for 12.9 million and another 25. Well, you do need to spend more actually. It does with diminishing returns there, isn't there? So you could slow down and do it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out that jelly, put in, let's say this one. In fact, let's just do the one that's the next biggest one, and then we'll work down from there. So let's do this one. Upgrade this. You see I've already done the big ones on this already. So I'm just going to max this. Well, I'm not going to get a lot for this because you see I already did them 2 ones at the bottom. And I think I did that last time to complete it so I could get my the officer unlocked. So let's have a look. Tear that up. Well, that's done now. So I've not got a great deal for that one. It got me to 10.2. Oops, no, sped that one up. Should have just sped that up. Okay, so that's another max jelly I can. Well, I've got to level them up, and you can see if I do that though, 87. So it costs quite a lot of that to get these up to max level, to be honest with you, and that's why I tend to save it for a spend event, ship experience event. Right, so I've got a couple of levels I can do on this. See, I've done the 2 already on there, look. So I am gonna going to be able to get another 2 or 3 million from this. Let's have a look. Get these done. I'm doing it's going down a bit, that. So I guess with this way of doing it, you can be able to unlock them, but if you're not getting yourself a pack every now and again, you're not going to be able to do this here, because that lat is going. It's gone from about 12 million to 10.8 million. So this is not really full on free to play. You'll have to have previously bought a few packs, because you won't have that much amount of lat if you've not bought odd pack. But literally every time I see anyone in around the 59, 60, 57, 58, 59, they normally do have quite a lot of that. So you just need to bear that in mind on this strategy, that if you don't have the lat, then it can maybe not work for you to unlock this particular officer. And maybe if that's the case, you need to... Oh, you see, I run out now, though. So I'm not going to be able to... I got the big ones done. So I ran out the rare ones on that. So let's have a look. Oh, so that's why I'll need to scrap another one. He's going to be rare. Maybe. Rare, 860. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go past that level. Let's check the next one down. Sign chip. Yeah, it's going to be the same. Okay, so that's as much as I can do on them ones. It did get me that next level though, look. So, okay, well this is still good to know. So the resources I got from scrapping a jelly got me to that third milestone. So if let's see how many I've got now in total for officers. So I got 29. But that's because I've not claimed the others. So I'm definitely going to complete that battle pass. So that's going to give me another 20. So I'm on about, in the code as well, I think there's a code that I've not typed in. Does that give you any other? I don't know if anybody knows. I'll need to have a look. I'm sure there's a code that got you some officers as well. I'm not 100% sure. And about the missions, I bet some of the missions get. I've not run any of the missions at all. In fact, have I even picked them up in the holodeck? Yeah, they're here, aren't they? I've not even picked them up. Done. Confirm. So I'm not going to run these on stream, but I bet you get some shards from there on. Oh, I've used up all my mission. Well, I probably need to run some of them. Let's have a look, see if I can delete a mission. I'll move some over. Don't pick that one up. We'll just shove that across, archive that. Alright, we'll have to come back to that. Looks like I'll need to get some missions run, or I'm not going to be able to complete that. So we can get to 12.9. Right, so let's have a look what I can do now on research. The thing is, will I have enough on research? I don't think I will have enough on research to be able to complete that. So for now, I might stop at that. And on my next stream, I'm gonna calculate how much I can get on my research. 'Cause I'm not gonna do it now. It'll be boring as sin. just sat looking through all my research. But I'm going to go through it to see if I can maybe get that extra 12 million. So anyway, my view is on these, if you can scrap a jelly or two, build one, and then completely complete one, and you just keep that process over and over again, this has got me 25 plus 20, 45. So I'm up to halfway now already, and it's just the first event. And normally, if I'd have done two, if you push through then let's say by the next stream we'll have a look. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow, maybe, because it's going to close, isn't it? Maybe I can get myself an extra 15. You're going to end up with like 75-ish, 50 to 75 prints after like like guaranteed 75 prints after the first week. So that means on the next two spend events, you just take it steady and should be able to complete it. And I guess we'll keep a track on that through the through this month to see if we actually get her unlocked, to see if that strategy works. But it has done so far, and I've never not been able to unlock the character. I never expected to be able to get it unlocked on the first week of spend events. I do typically get her unlocked on the second week, or him unlocked on the second week, and if not, definitely if there is a final week. So we'll keep track on that. So I guess a view on there is, like I said, build and scrap jellies and reinvest what you get back into the points, and just keep recycling that round. And like I said, it's not the most exciting thing to do in the world, but it's saving you hundreds of pounds on buying packs for resources all the time. So the only other thing I do like to do on this, I do have a look to see if there's any ships I can upgrade, and that's what I do normally do. But see, can this be upgraded? No, so I can't upgrade my Titan. My Voyager's now maxed. Can I upgrade my Monovine? Yep. Yeah, but it's not going to get me much. But I am going to do that anyway, because I want to try and max it. Which one shall I do? Do the shield. Oh, I should have done that, really, shouldn't I? That was a mistake. Oh well. I'll go back. What other ships can I upgrade? Not my Borg. My NX-01. I'll save that for a different event. Defiant. A bit, but it's going to make very, very little impact. So let's just choose the deflector shield. Edging that slowly up. So there, my jellies. That's my things. Mantis, maybe. Yeah, it's not getting me much, is it? But I'll do it. Trying to get that maxed. Oh, we've got one more piece left to max that Mantis. Slowly working my way towards it. Be fine. And then others. Now the only thing I do sometimes like to level up is my Novas, which we'll get onto the next part of the stream. I would have time. Doing okay. Yeah, I might be able to do. Yeah, okay. I might upgrade. Let's upgrade some of my Novas. They're alright. So this is my worst Nova. So I'll get this one done up. So what's been bottlenecking me in this? I don't really know. So I'll get this upgraded a bit. Zero. Maybe there's like rare survey ports. Yeah, oh, it's rare gas, yeah. But anything that's not rare, I'm alright on. Yeah, not rare. As long as it's not rare, 5-star, I'm alright, I've got loads of it. See, I can't do that. Let's try this one. Upgrade that. These are going to be rare gas, yeah. So it's the rare gas because of all the 5-star rare gas that I need for my station that's kind of tearing me out on them. Okay. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to write that up as well to see how many points does a jellyfish typically get you, and I do need to account for efficiencies of different people. So, you know, one jelly is getting you about, for me, 7.6 million points, but maybe that's going to be anywhere from 7 to 9 million, depending on your efficiencies that you've got on your in terms of the researchers on them gases. But I thought too, and then what would you say? And then what did I end up on? 14.39. I'm going to take a bit off. I'll call that 14 million. And 1 scrap jelly. I did a few on the Nova, didn't I? So we'll just call that 14 million. So let's just call it. So actually, so for 1 scrapped jelly equals, call it 12 million. 12 million points. So from scrapping 1 jelly, the amount of stuff that you gets you about 12 million points. So that could be anywhere from 11 to 14 million, depending on how good your efficiencies are. So it's not too bad. If you think it's just like a constant recycler, you can get to that 3rd milestone just about every week just by scrapping a jelly and leveling some jellies, which I think is pretty good. Obviously, you need a lot to be able to get through the uncommons that you, not uncommon, the commons that you run out of. So let's say there were 3 of these, 25, 50, 75, plus your 20 from the battle pass, plus the missions and freebies. That should get you there. Well, time will tell. I don't know whether to push on. I am. Next time you see me, I'm going to see if I can get to that 25 million, because what I will do is when I go into my researchers, there's still stuff in here that uses like 5 stars. So let's have a look. Let me go across. I mean, so let me increase that one, because I bet it'll start asking for 5-star. That were no good. Any of these? Yeah, look, 5-star. 200. I've got 210,000 of it. This is asking 5,000. So if I do this one, I'll just do one to show you what extra I get. So I get another 500,000. Look. So that's 500,000. Look, 5,000. Upgrade that. Another 500,000. So this is what I'd do. I'd go through, 5,000, another 5,000 or 5-star uncommon for this. Do that one. What's that take me to? Another 500,000, up to 15.72. Now this is where somebody tells me, Joe, you need 150,000 uncommon or to get to up 60, and I say, oh, but never mind, because by the time I get the rare stuff that I need anyway, this will have zoomed back up again anyway, so it's not so much a big issue. So let's do some of these. Let's just see how close we're going to get to it, and then we'll get on to the mining Monday tactics. I'm sort of going to run out of common. Well, that's not an issue, although it could get very expensive. Maybe I'm going to go until I run out of common and see how expensive that is. And then maybe stop if it's really expensive. Well, I've got loads on gas, so by the looks of it. My uncommon on gas is loads. So you can see because this is 5-star, it's giving you miles more points. So I don't really want to use the rare. Manu, no, I don't want to use that rare. Because I bet that's going to be used for the shipyard. It's a lot of points, but that's dangerous to use that. I don't want to use any rare at all. So I could do that one. You know, this kind of self-harms me in terms of trying to do it, because I'm increasing my efficiency of basic resources for research, which brings that number down, which means I get less points. Let's have a look, see if there's something better than that to do. Well, let's go into combat. It's just that, like, I would leave my station stuff, so there's normally some really good ones to be able to do. So what's this? Oh, these are uncommons, I remember. And I bet that turns into uncommon. And I bet that turns into uncommon. I bet that does as well. Can you see how I've left all these uncommon ones? Because you can see I've like done them and got to a point where it's uncommon and stopped. So sometimes you just got to think, well, I've got to plough through them on not common, just common. Sorry. I wonder whether there's any. You see, that's now we're into rare, which I don't want to do because I need the rare for the station. Yeah, but they're quite good. But what we got over here? How do I get that? No, see, that's right. See, I want to upgrade these, but every time I try and upgrade them, my gas and ore's going into the station itself. So there's too much on that right side. What I'm going to have to do for a laugh is to see if these turn to. Let's see if this turns into uncommon after. Will it turn to uncommon? Yes, it has. So we'll do some of these. Bug. Uncommon again. Good. Do that. Well, I've got loads. I thought I was wondering whether I'm going to run out of daily, but then I look and see I've got that amount. And then uncommon again. So that were a nice run. That were a nice run of, and quite a good one as well. So it increases damage against, weapon damage against player ships. So that were nice. I reckon that's going to turn into uncommon. Yes. So we've got another vein of uncommon to work at. Firm. Another one, uncommon. And I bet that defensive strategies we can do the same on this one. Getting a bit lower on that uncommon, aren't I? That common. Oh no, that's a painful one. We'll give it one more chance. Come on, go on, common. Yes. Oh, nice. All three of them. All ships take reduced weapon damage from player ships. Maybe I should have done this one already. Right, let's go and have a look to see how close we are, because I think we can't be far off nearly done now. I know we're not done, look, but I bet we're not far off. Look, 4.3 million. Well, we can do that. I'm not leaving it now. I can definitely do that with some other researchers. Let's have a look in Galaxy. These are all done. Done, 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 done. What are these? These are 4-star. I'm not that interested in But I've got loads of it, look. I might as well do, haven't I? Zip through these. 50 odd thousand, they're not much, but maybe they'll increase. Oh, I need to keep an eye out for them going to 5-star. If that goes to 5-star rare, I do not want to be zipping it across. 4-star, 4-star, that's fine. I mean, I'm never going to increase my Romulan reputation, so I'm literally just doing this because I want the points for the event. So I'm just forming the points. How much have I got of that? 257. Oh, I've got loads. So that's no concern at all. So here we go. So it looks like for me, I need to do. So we're on to 5-star now. At 7. Are we going to get some uncommon 5-star now? Yep. It's Romulan, so it's going to be ore, isn't it? Yeah. I'm a bit concerned. I'm starting to run a bit low on that 5-star uncommon. That's done. We can do the same on this now. That's gas. But when it get... So what are we up to? 22 million. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. So you can see though, I guess the other thing to note here, everyone, is have you noticed how I can do all this research but I'm not? And I'll only do it when there's a reason for actually doing it and I get something for it. So I'm telling you it's okay, because I bet everybody knows this. But don't just like, oh, I can do this, I've got loads of it, like on a Tuesday or something. Just not getting anything whatsoever for doing it. So just being a little bit careful, holding back, and doing this on the spend events means that you can use your resources that you do have and that you have saved up effectively. And I do want people to know, this is not like months of saved resources. I do this like every spend event. So this is going to be like the resources that I've got from in between arcs, basically. So this is not like, oh, Jebel, you've saved up for the last 6 months and now you've got all them resources to do it. It just that these resources come so quick. So I've got 3 million more to go. We'll absolutely do that. Let's go back to Galaxy and see what we got. We're absolutely going to get this done. What's Pure Federation Battleship going to do? Yeah, we can do them. I'm never going to... Well, maybe I will build a Federation Battleship some point in the future, but it's not going to be any time soon. Although these are boring, these ones. I wonder if there's any 5-stars I can do. See, it's quite good though, 3,000. See, they're not that quick, these ones, because of 4-star. But they do turn to 5-star at the end, don't they? Oh, I need to be careful, it's not 5-star rare. It's 5-star now. Is the next one going to be uncommon? Yes. We can have another uncommon. Oh, there's any rare coming in. Still uncommon. Are you going to have another uncommon? No, rare. And as you can see, I've burnt all my rare because I've upgraded my building. So all my rare goes into buildings because I'm trying to get to op 60. So I never, if anything comes up with rare on these, I just don't bother doing it. So now I can do the same on the Romulan Interceptors. So I guess if you were multi-faction like some people are, this is all quite useful because it will help you get them multiple ships leveled up easier and quicker. But for right or wrong, I just plough everything I've got into Klingon. I was showing you my Klingon rep. I'm like, I've got enough rep to build a G5, a G6 rare. But there's no point me getting a G6 rare because I'm not going to be able to build it for like 2 years. But I could certainly build one. See, look, stop now. We can't be far off now, are we? 1.14. So we will go to, let's see if there's another combat one before I go back to Galaxy. See, these are the last ones, so there's no point in me doing them because I know there's nothing after it. Maybe something after that. Take a gamble. Is there anything after that? Ugh. I'm running low on that. That were painful. These are all. Wants all crystal, doesn't it? That wants all. So I'm starting to run low on common now. I do want to get this done though. See, I'm going to invest in that because 40% dodge, and my next ship is a interceptor. So I'm going to do it. I'm having that. 1.29 million. Broke my own rule of not. See, that's only gas. I bet I'm not far off done now, am I? Let's see if I need to bother continue on these. There's so much gas there. Damage against Klingons. It's so little that though, in it compared to some of the other stuff. But yep, that's good. That I reckon I'm done. Surely I'm done. So let's have a look. Yep. So there we go. So how long that took? Took exactly an hour to do that. Maybe if I weren't talking to you guys, that would have been quicker. But I've ended up 14th in the SLB with 26 million points. That's going to get me 15. So let's have a look how many I've got. And I'll make sure I end in on that position to get 15 from that. So that's 74. I'm going to call it 75 because I bet on the mission gets me one. So with the battle pass, that's up to 75, and then there's 15. That's going to take me to 90. So I've got 90 guaranteed prints out of 100, and that means for the next SMS I need 10. So I need to get to 6.45 million, and so that's one jelly leveled all the way through. So next Saturday I'll level one jelly all the way through, and then I'll have unlocked her. Or maybe I'll have to get to that if I want to unlock her now because I want to complete the battle pass with her. So okay, right, that's that one done. Some of the other stuff I did want to show for today was mining event. So I'll show you how I set up the mining event. It's a bit late. I would normally have done this about 5-6 o'clock, and there's a reason why I do it at about that time, which I'll explain in a minute. So I might be on a plan B or plan C this week in terms of getting my 5 billion points, but we'll see. So let's start off is like I've got 3 Novas. It's worth noting that if you're not yet at G5 and you only do G4, you could swap this and just do the faction miners and do exactly what I'm going to say to you, but on the G4 Bajor mining nodes. So we're going to survey. I'm sure I kept one of each. Yeah, so here you've got your Cavort, your Volkis, and your Antares. So gas or crystal. So you could swap them 3 in for Novas and do this on the G4 zones on Bajor instead. And all your SLBs and stuff will be a lot lower anyway. Now in the olden days you used to be able to put like on our server you could get total protection and protections on token zones, so you could go like a mining officer with synergy and then whack on Grush onto one of these, and that'd get you to the G5 zone. And I used to do that for ages and score really highly in the lower bracket when I were like 52, 53, 54. Now you can still do that, but you run the risk of being killed. So the reason why you run the risk of being killed is because of this. This is our UAE, United Alliance ROE rules of engagement. So we've got to make sure that when we set up as crews, it abides by this UA 001. It's because, as a server, we've come together to try and make the experience as pleasant as possible for people, and we put a few rules together. I know everyone says, Joe, you make all the rules, but look, Zim wrote that. So there's loads. These were all put together by all alliances, quite a few, about a year or so ago now, and they followed on from a previous mining agreement. But a few key things to note in here is that, if there's a free mine in a zone, it doesn't matter what crew you use. In fact, I put my PvP crew on a mining ship sometimes and go into zones that have got quite a few free mines in them and stick it in there to complete my daily crystal. And if the rogue that's about there thinks he can come in and kill me, he hits my Nova and blows up. It's happened a load. He's come in. Oh, there's someone mining. There's Jebu, Archery mining. Attack. He hits me. And I steal all the Koga that he's been stealing off other people. And he just, even in his Sompek, he can't kill me. So, and the reason why I do that, yes, I could be blown up, but normally there's free mines in the zone, so it doesn't matter. No one can kill you if there's a free mine in the zone. And if you get killed, someone's got to give evidence to show that there was no free mines. Because I'd question it and say, why did you kill me? Because there's free nodes. And if they showed, well, actually, Joe, there was no free nodes and you're using a PvP crew, so I killed you, I'd say, fair enough. Well done. That's fair enough. I deserve to die. But typically, if you know you're going to be in a mining area that's going to get full up or busy, it's only fair and respectful that you use the best mining crew possible to get what you need as fast as possible. And it also means that if you don't, you're going to get killed. So typically what you need, if you look at this number 2 crewing, you need an officer that's going to mine the relevant resource, at least one synergy of that officer, and then either cargo capacity or protected cargo. So they were the ones that we agreed were okay. So you can kind of work around them bounds to put your crews together. So if I go back and show the crews that I use, so what I want is 1 chip for gas, 1 chip for ore, 1 chip for crystal. So if we start off on my best Nova, well, I've got 2 that are about the same, and 1 now that is almost as good but not quite as good. So this one's going to go on crystal, and I've used FES full synergy because it's just the fastest, and you see I've got the crystal mining speed on as well, lower decks, and I've also going to put the whip on this particular one just for the extra cargo, but once it comes home I can put that onto the feature and do the very tedious job of on and off a mine over and over again if I really wanted to try and compete. But each week I just like to try and get a full cargo load of all 3 of these ships, at least 1 full cargo load. That normally gets you to around about 5 billion. Sometimes you can do 2 full cargo loads if you get it perfect. You preload, it gets to the start of the event, you take it off, fly it back, you get your points, you fly it back again. You try and get as much as you possibly can in the 24 hours of the event, and just before the event finishes, take it off again. And if you do it absolutely perfect, you can get almost 2 full loads. So for me, you see I've got 40 million on this one cargo, 42 million, 43 million on that one, and 36 million on that. So 40, let's call it 41, call it 84, call it 84, 110, 100, yeah, about 110, 120 million. So I can get 120 million cargo on a preload. And if I do it right, I can get maybe that up to like 200 million. It won't because this is not as fast and not as good a crew as that. So this one I can definitely get 2 full loads with. This one probably about 3/4, and this one maybe half. So if you do this absolutely perfectly, you can get you could get like up to, well, if you got Novas similar to mine, you get 200 million, and then that'd probably give you like maybe 6-7 billion points, which is definitely enough to really contribute towards an ALB. It's definitely enough to complete your SMS, and it's probably enough to get you like top 10, top 20 in a SLB. But the SLB is so bad rewards that you're only really doing this to help your alliance in the ALB because it's an event and you want your alliance to do as best possible. So if everybody did this and everybody contributed 5 billion, you know, if you had like 20 people doing it, then you would absolutely smash the event. But not everybody does because not everybody's got the ships that are strong enough, and maybe not everybody does because they don't see the point and the rewards are not worth it. So it depends on whether you're thinking about yourself and the time invested to do it versus, helping your alliance have a better reputation and do well on some of these ALBs. So the zones that I go to are, let me have a look here. So I'll zoom right out for now. They're right up on the north side. So this is from your territory capture area. Keep going up. You got all the faction stuff down here on the right side, and then all the Bajor zones is right up here on the top left. And what you want is Idran, Asunzo, and Hawks, and these are the token zones. And you get them tokens in the faction under Bajoran here. The G5 ones, and you can get 1 a day. So, and you send in at least once, so that's 3. And if you send them again, it's 6. So regardless of what happens, each week you're probably netting +1 if you get them every single day, them tokens. And you might not, probably, if you're like me, you won't get it perfect, and you'll maybe only send them once, or you might send a couple of them a few times. So you'll just aggregate and you'll just get these tokens, and you get more and more of them all the time. And it gets to the point where they just, you don't mind. How many have I got when I do it? Look, I got 18 at the moment. So anyway, so the first thing you can do is once your crews are set up, and let's just have a quick look at the crews. Like I said, so in here I've put, use my mining lower decks people the best I can possible. I put Dixon Hill on this one, and my Max and S&W Lawn on this one because it's my worst one. So I just wanted to try and make it a bit quicker and have a bit more cargo. And then here you can see I've got it. It's called Mavery on there. So I've kind of slowly, it's been good to have him. You see, the trouble is, like, a lot of people, right? Usually that's quite good, 175%. But a lot of people use him there in captaincy, and I'd love to do that, but you shouldn't do. And these zones will get full, and if you got Maver in the captaincy, then you probably deserve to be blown up, because it breaks these rules, because it said the captain maneuver will boost the mining speed of the material being mined. And what you're using there is an increased cargo capacity as a captain. You know, and you could even then, so you could get loads of cargo by having synergy with Mavery, and people do that. But you do run the risk of dying, and people complain when they die, but that's a risk that you take. And we'll go in, we'll have a look, and I bet we'll find some Mavery officers, even our own alliance does this. I tell them, you do it at your own risk. Sanchez said this to them, you do it at your own risk. If you die, you know, Kevin comes in, or Gecko kills you, takes that mine, don't complain. They're stuck by the rules. And, you know, I've at times left it too late till like Monday morning, gone in, not being able to get onto a mine, and killed somebody using Mavery. You know, sent all the 10-minute times, etc. And they complain to their officers and their alliances and stuff, and I'm saying, well, using the wrong crew. But to be honest with you, like, I sometimes just forget it, because it is a real hassle to just handle all the complaints, and you spin somebody off into, oh, I'm going to go and kill you in territory, and then a war explodes. Although, to be honest with you, I've said this before, we probably need a good war at the moment. It's very quiet on the PvP front. So anyway, so like, make sure we send these to the right ones. So I've got a full synergy, tapering. Good old Spox. We're off. So that's a lot, mate. So we've got a full synergy there, so that's fine. And you can see I'm getting a bit of extra cargo size. I mean, that means nothing, but it's full synergy, so that works totally fine. That's a legal crew. I've got synergy plus increasing mining speed, 175%. So that's more than the synergy. So it's increasing the speed of crystal gas ore. So that's a valid crew. And you can see I've put on here as well the, what is it? What's it called? The Orion cargo transporter, which is not really highly level, but it gets me 140% extra cargo. So, you know, it's worth definitely having that on. And then on this one, for the first trip, I've got the whip on it. If I were really serious, when I send this home, I'd take that off, get less cargo, because I'm not going to fill it anyway, or maybe I would, but I could then put that on my feature and go on and off a mine, which I'll show that another day. I think most people know how to do that. You just basically put this on your feature, go out onto a sea-like mine, and just literally go on. Takes like 20 seconds and go off. Then you go on, wait 10-20 seconds and go back off, and then go on. And now technically, someone could come and kill you onto your OPC, but you're kind of watching it. You've got to watch while you're doing it, so it's bored. You're watching it, clicking on, clicking off, clicking on, clicking off. And then what I do is if you see a ship flying towards you to kill you, you'd either suicide into an hostile or just hit warp. Go on and go off. And when you're at war, it's quite good fun, because when you're at war with someone, you want to. There's this. I'm still going to get a good score on the mining event. You don't impact me when we're at war. Okay. Someone's asked what level am I? I'm level 59. I'll show you some of the things just before we log off. I don't know, less 5,000 whether you're on our server or not, but yeah, I'm at Ops 59. But yeah, so when you're at war, it's kind of, people are like, I could still get a good score, especially on the first mining event when you're at war. And when we're at the Galactic War, whenever we were at war together, it was really good fun, because you'd be like danger mining on and off, and then someone would be like trying to kill you with a Talios, and then you just like fly off, and then you go to a different zone, and then you'd go on and off, on and off, on and off. And then someone would fly and try and kill you, and then he'd fly to a different zone. And actually, I quite like that. I like stuff like that. I like challenges. I thought that danger mining at war was actually really good fun. It's a bit boring going on and off with a feature, but when no one's just preloading like I'm going to show you today, then uh, the score you can get with a feature in the war is the biggest scores you can get because you can't just go and sit and rack up 40 million of cargo in a protected zone because someone that has a little peek in with the NX-01 skill, and then Archer mining, I'll come and kill his Nova. So you can't do what I'm showing you like this in a war. And if you're on a server that doesn't protect the token zones, you can't do this. Let's say your OPC is not protected in a token zone on your server, then you're screwed because someone will just come in and kill you. So anyway, so that's the best crew. You can see I've got full Synergy FES, which is it FES? I think it is FES. Is it FES? Yeah, full Synergy FES. So it adds 35% either side, and I've got the relevant below decks. So these aren't brilliant. I prefer danger mining to actual mining. Mining's boring, but this is actually just a good way that you don't need to think about it too much. You can stick them in on Sunday, and then come Monday, instantly complete your SMS, and then come Tuesday, you've racked up 5 billion points and contributed nicely to your alliance. So let's send them off. So this is going to gas. No, that's crystal. So that wants to be my FES one. So that's going there. Oh, someone's trying to get me cheap viewers. I'm alright. I'll try and do it properly. And then, yep, you really got to make sure you get this right. You don't want to send them to the wrong ones because you just wasted a token. But that is yep. And then gas, yep. Rule. Okay, so I've sent them off now to the things. So yeah, I mean, someone's talking about cheap viewers. I don't know. That must be a spam viewer that's come in. For those who are new listening in, I'm doing this because my son's trying to get into streaming. He's only young, but I don't want to be the dad that doesn't know how to, what Twitch is and what are bits and what are subscribers and what are followers and how does it all work back end. How can you set it all up? I'm a bit different because I'm doing it on my PC and he's doing it through Xbox. So, but I think if he wants to do it properly, he's going to have to get. He's got a PC and he games a little bit on it, but he prefers his Xbox because all his mates are on it. So yeah, just trying to learn it via that really. So cheating the system to get a load of viewers and followers is not really on my agenda. Okay, so what we got here? Okay, so we've come into a zone. Right. So what we got? We've got 1, 2 spare mines, 3. See, 4. So actually, for crystal, for this time, that's not bad. I expected not to be as many. So let's have a look to see how much is on these mines. 6 million. 6. I bet they're all like 6, because people leave the ones that are like 6 to like 5 to 8 million. Oh, nice. So instantly, my main ship, 40 million, and there's a mine free that does 57 million. So that is perfect. I've dropped super lucky there. And how long is that going to take me? So 1 day, 4 hour. So it's going to be like morning time. So this is why. This is why I'd normally do this around about 5, 6 o'clock, because I know it takes me about this time to fill out my cargo. But what you don't want to do is get full cargo before the event starts. Because what the game does, it shows you a 0, even if there's resources left on the mine. And if you're on a 0, then you're liable to get killed if the zone's full. So right now, if anybody came in and started killing any of these ships, started killing them, then you would be liable to, well, you're breaking the rules and you could start a war. still do it, I suppose, if that's what you wanted to do, and you wanted a war, then you could come in and do it, but then you'd be a rogue. But because there's 1, 2, 3 mines left, nobody in this zone can be killed. But if there were, and I can already see there's a few people on zeros here, and let's check some of the crews, and I'm going to check the crews of our enemies, not my own. Crystal thing, that's fine. So it's a good crew. I'm going to have a look to see if I can see any crews that are wrong. Nope, that's fine. Fine. This is good. Fine. So we're actually doing most people here. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Perfect example. Sorry, Hawaiian Hill, maybe Welsh person from FTPX. So you've got increased max cargo, increased cargo size, and increased mining speed. So that is a classic example of a max cargo crew that totally goes against them ROEs. So, and how much is left on that mine? 12 million. So I probably won't kill him on that, because there's only 12 million and it wouldn't get me all the way through. But I can't kill him anyway, look, because look, there's 3 mines. So this chap's fine. He's like, for now, he can use whatever crew he wants. It's not a bad crew, there's no bad crews. There's just risky crews. So that's just a risky mining crew. Gone big on that cargo, but is risking dying. Are there any more, maybe? No, good crew. Full synergy there. I mean, what's happening here? Zilla. No comment. Minus 40% to cloaking. Minus 30% to defending enemy players' weapon damage. Minus 22% to resources gained from combat on the amalgam. So it's quite a powerful Nova, so you have to bring in a warship to kill that because it's high level. But again, it's safe, it's fine. When I say there's no bad crews, that's a bad crew. This one, max cargo, I can understand. Lursa, Bitor, I don't know, maybe it's just a hangover. Add that on, maybe add it on the Meridian and just quickly swapped it over to a Nova and sent it out. People do that, probably don't care, which is fine. People can get out of the one. Okay, so we've had a good start there. That's a good start. We'll go to this one. So now we're in our. Oh, look at this. This looks full. Okay, so this one's full. So now I've got 2 choices. Oh, is that? Yeah, I've got 2 choices. I could kill somebody. And get on a mine. Or I could wait till events start when there's a load of these people will warp off. And on bang on the event start, I'd just jump on the mine and live with the fact that I'm only going to get like 1 load full. Now, before I make a decision on when I'm going to do that, I'm going to go to this other miner here. And let's have a look to see if there's any in gas. See, this is more what we're expecting because of a late coming in. So gas is now full. So now I've got a choice, you see. I've got to give 10 minutes. So I'm just going to have a look. I'm not going to kill somebody because it's not worth it, and I'll just jump on them mines tomorrow. But what I'm going to do is, if I wanted to, let me have a look here. If I would start, that's a 0. Yeah? So, Danger Mouse. 45 million Nova, 142 million. Has he got, look, how much is he carrying? 4.72. So what's the total cargo on that? 12. So it is a protected cargo 120,000. So that is an actual zeroed node. So I could easily now give him a 10-minute warning, kill him. So this one, no, that's fine. And you see, like I'm not going to go and kill any hearts or hands because, I can't kill my own lights anyway. So I don't know. People should put in the chat. Should I kill somebody, or should I leave them be and go on to tomorrow? I'm wondering whether I should kill one and leave one. I'm tempted to kill the zero because that's the worst of all of them, innit? Being zero. Let me have a look to see if there's a zero in this zone as well. And you can tell it's a zero because there's like a slightly dulled off colour. No, so there's no zeros in here. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the right etiquette for taking one mine. So what we'll do is, well, it's zero, yeah? I'll say this though. Like, hey mate, you are on a zero in the... Yeah, yes JC, I know. You're on a zero in the mining zone. For, what was it? What are we in? Which one's this? Oh. So, there you go. I've told him you're on a zero in the mining zone for, there's no free nodes, so this is 10-minute warning. I might just send him the link as well, so it's quite clear which is the node. So we'll do this, share coordinates, send him that. And you can see it's timestamped now, less than 1 minute ago. So now, if he's online, he could just flip that on and off. And then all good. If he's online, I would leave him be and say okay, and I'll move on. Because I think it's a last resort for me to kill somebody with a bad crew. But what I'm going to do, because I've got to wait 10 minutes to do that, I'm going to go on this one. And I'm going to have a look to see... Oh, it looks like they're all... That must be lagged. Why are they all showing as free? What's happening there? Right. Yeah, that was weird. Don't know if I had a lag spike then. Good old JC. I knew you'd go for the kill. I'm with you, mate. I should do, shouldn't I? Especially on a zero. So let's have a look in the gas to see if there's any of these that I could take because of bad crews. And I said I could only take the yellows because we don't kill hearts and hands, and we can't kill our own crew. But I bet there's some of our guild members, alliance members, with maybe not the right crew. But hopefully they have, because we do try and let people know you should be respectful and use the right crews in these places. So let's have a look. This one, there's 2 million left. So I'd have to. So if I did take this one, I would have to mine out that 2 million to zero and then put it back on again. So I'd lose 2 million of that particular preload. But it would be worth doing. But I can't because the crew's fine. So bounce fine. This one. Crew's fine. This one. technically, not an OK crew. Warp range is not listed in here. So basically, they've done what an old school trick of bringing in a faction miner and having to use Grush to get the warp range. That's what I used to do, and it used to be safe to do that because it was total protection of gas. It was total protection in token zones. So this person could be killed. But they've got 17 million, which is a really horrible number because that'll take me 17 hours to mine, which won't take me to the event start. And means I'll lose 17 million of a 36 million. So by luck, it's not really worth me killing that person because I'm going to end up with an amount of mining that's not going to be really worth it for me. So this one. Crew's fine. This one. No. No, not okay. Base cargo size. And maybe that's a full synergy cargo with protected cargo on. So that one could be killed. How much is on the mine? 28 million. Day 4. So that would be a good candidate for me because if I kill that person, it's about the same time that's going to take. 1 day 4 hours. It's going to get so. And they're using a cargo crew. So it's just so that's a candidate. I could kill that one if I wanted to. This one, fine, good crew. Gecko, you won't find Gecko going wrong on crews, to be honest with you. I know we've had ups and downs with him, but he's a relatively smart player when it comes to these things. Who's this? 57. Oh, it's NSA. They're done as neutral, aren't they? So I could continue here if I wanted to, but I found a clear target that's breaking them rules if I wanted to. That one's fine. That's fine. It's a weird crew, but no, it's not fine. No, I mean, see, that's wrong. Prom. Now that would be sports flying, JC. Unless is that a different prom or is that the prom? Is that Tadgetot, the one who calls everyone Tadgers? I don't know if that's the same prom that used to call everyone Tadgers when he went rogue. I'm not too sure it is. I think there's a few ones. Oh, it's not the Tadger one. Okay. We did a really good meme about that. Going around calling people Tadgers. He's alright. He's funny. But yeah. But anyway, that's a totally woeful crew. 105% protected cargo. Synergy to protected cargo. And that's fine. Maver is fine. Would have been okay, but he needs Fest there and not Quark. So, and there's quite a lot on that one. Oh no, there's not. This is one. If I killed, I would wind it down to 0. I did this. I killed an XXX about 5 weeks ago. Almost identical crew to that. Protected cargo. Had Quark as captain, and Hothram went apeshit about it and said, "Oh, it don't matter if you knew rules. You shouldn't have done it." And then the other half were really good with me and said, "No, you did the right thing. The zone were full. You was perfectly within your right to take that. I've got no problem with it." You know, all the main officers and actually all the commodores and Bird himself would say it's fine. Don't worry about it. but obviously on their Diplo, I got a load of abuse about it, so I'm just a bit wary of killing XXX because it's just they'll get face on with me. So if I were going to take a target, I'd take that one. So I'm going to send him a. I'm going to send him a. Would I kill it? Yeah, I'd kill it. Well, I'm going to give him a bit longer though. What's this? So this is what I'm going to write for this guy. Hey, you're using the wrong crew in a full mining zone. Don't want to kill. Will you have cargo? Please vacate node if possible. I will give good time. Okay. So I don't really want to kill this person because I think it's probably just a mistake. But I don't know. I think it is another cargo. It's not a mistake. They're trying to get more cargo because it's only a level 5 Nova. So they're running a risk. But they've got 12.42 million. So I'm not keen on killing them. So like I'm going to give them at least 10 minutes, a lot longer than 10 minutes. And I'll wait. I'll see if they reply. And before I go to bed, if they've not moved and not responded, I'll make a decision then as to where I'm going to kill. This one, we know this is not good, so let me go back. Danger mouse. Look, we're up to 9 minutes now. It's still 0. It's still 0. So he's got 1 minute, and then I'm going to take that mine. Now I'm hoping I don't like get on it. I come off and it's not a real 0 mine, and I've got like 11 million left on it or something like that. Because that'll put me in a really tricky position tomorrow because I might actually 0 it out before the event starts, and it'll put me at risk. Now, the earlier you come on a Sunday, the easier this is because you got a bigger pick. So like on this one, I got on relatively easy. So how many's left? So there's still two left. Normally, if you come around 6 o'clock, there's still a good choices of mines that you can get. But I'm gonna go up near him. I think he's waiting as well. She. That's Lixie. She's probably seen the same as me. So let's have a look. Yeah, sorry mate. Right. So it's getting near my bedtime anyway, so what I'll do is I'm gonna I'll go for kill on that. Make sure I won because that would have been extremely embarrassing. And I'll come off and hopefully that's yeah. So it's a full. So it was a classic 0 mine that it's not even. You'd not even got to max cargo. It just zeroed it out and sat there. So if I'd have just left him there all night, he's just sat there on a 0 mine, not doing anything. So I have no moral dilemmas about that kill whatsoever. I think that were a fair kill. So this one though, I won't bother. I'll wait a little bit, and maybe he'll look in, read his chat, and say, "Oh God, yeah, shouldn't use that crew. I've got a lot of cargo, so I'm going to warp away." You know, and then in that case, I've had quite a few people say to me, "Thanks for letting me know when waiting," and then I'll jump on the mine. If they don't, I'll make a decision before bed as to where I'm going to take it. It just means that if I want to get my 5 billion, I might need to use my features just to top it up. Okay, and so I'll wait on that particular. The last thing I want to do is I want to show you something because it's been interesting. I've been using. Let me put my. In fact, I'm interested as to whether people use different trials, crew the trials on this. I found that Pike Moreau E-data is the best for trials, and I don't know whether that's right or wrong. So if anyone thinks they've got a better crew than that, let me know. Either on Discord, if you're watching this back on a video. What's happened there? No. Something happened on it. 1 second. Don't know what's happened there. Okay. I'm back. Could someone just do a test? Can you see me okay? And you can see the screen. On my Stream Manager, it moved to just like a black screen. I don't know how long it will like that for. Do you see the screen fine? Yeah, you see the screen fine. How long was it on the black screen for, or has it always just been fine? Oh, okay. Thanks, lad. Weird. I don't know why that jumped to that. Anyway, okay. So, but the first of all, you can see, right? I've lost my shield. What time is it? It's 22:47. I always apply a shield that's going to take me at least to midnight, and then before I go to bed, I put a bigger shield on. So I'm going to whack a 4-hour shield on. Yeah, and then before I go to bed, I will put on a 1-day shield. What do you mean by Discord, please? What does that mean? Can you give me more information? Information? Do you mean my Discord, or? Sorry, I'm just having a look in the chat. Someone's asking about my Discord. Do you want me to look into Discord, or? Well, if you want my Discord, my Discord, Jebo1155. In fact, I've got my Discord link on my profile. I'll pick that up after. Is that right? Because I've nearly finished the stream. So if you want me to do something on Discord, or if you want me to look on Discord, I will. But I'm always conscious of looking on Discord while I'm thinking, in case anyone posts anything that they shouldn't do. But I will. My Discord link is. Oh, we're back up to 90. So we've recruited someone. We went down to 89 because one of us good friend Mando is taking a bit of time away from the game. So but we're back up to 90, so we have recruited somebody. Anyway, so what I wanted to do was use this crew and let me show you, because I died. Let's see if I've got to go back a bit where I died. Look, I've attempted this one twice. It's 21.6 billion, but look how close I got to killing it. Ugh. And then watch, I did it again. I thought, RNG. Ugh. So, really, really close to completing. But what I wanted to do now was let me send this back out. I wanted to use manage swap shape. I'm going to go where's my Cerrito? There. And I want to go here, manage swap shape, Titan. So you see my Lorca's fist is back up again. So this time I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to do a max 45. Now have I got enough? Yes, I have. So we're going to do a max 45, Cerrito buff, a cloak, and Lorca's fist. I'm going to try that same one. I think that'll kill it. I'm almost certain it will. So we do that. We're going to do that. We're going to start this again. 21.6 billion. We'll find it. And just in case I absolutely hammer it, I'm going to get right close to it before I use this. Because you can just get 2 Q hostiles in the time. You can warp to a different zone and get a second Q hostile with this buff on. Because once it's done, it goes off 8 hours. So just so people who don't know about this particular ability, this is Lorca's Fist. I went through Lorca in my last stream, so there's a whole video on Twitch you can watch about that of all his abilities, and it with the impact that he has on Xindi Armadas. But you can see here I get like 13,000% damage. So there's absolutely in no world would I ever been able to have killed a 21.6 billion Klingon bird of prey with a 758 million Sompek previously, even with max 45, like nowhere near close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cloak, and then I'm going to use the ability, confirm, and then quickly it's on attack. That's got to have killed it. That must have killed it. If that comes up as destroyed, I'm going to be... Look at that, didn't even hurt me. So quick, claim, start, locate. Oh, it's next to me, perfect. Attack, 26 billion. Did I get it? Got it. 2 I've done. Brilliant. Claim, start, locate. Is it next to me? No. Go. How long is it going to take me? I've got 31 seconds. 28 seconds. How long is it going to take me? Locate. Where is it? There. Attack. 29 billion. How long is it going to take? 12 seconds. 8. Yes. So I'm going to get 3. But can I kill it? I don't think I can. That's going to kill me. That's going to kill me, 8. But let's see how well I do. Did I get it? Oh, I got it! Yes! 3 trials. Oh, just got it. That's brilliant. So for that one Lorca's Fist, I got 3 done. Claim. So what am I up to now? My assessment rank 387.49. Where's that put me on the leaderboard? 21st. So not bad. Got to keep ticking along. I'm up with some of the bigger boys. What level are they? 65, 66, 64, 64, 62, 67, 64. I know these now. 64s. So I'm the highest ranked non-level 60. But I know that Put's level 59. So me and Put, which is about right, because we're equal in a lot of these things. And what's Badder? He's a bit higher, isn't he? 66, yeah. No Mercy, look, gone above No Mercy. Come on, Mercy, you got to improve your game, mate. So I reckon what comes next on them Q trials? 31.4. It's a 31.4 billion, but I killed this, which were 29 with that much health. So I'm going to be able to kill that. I'm absolutely going to be able to kill that with max 45. So what? How much is it to the next bit? Get 10 million more points next. So miles off to get to that though. It's quite hard to get there, isn't it? How do you get 432 million points? I mean, I'm gonna, if these keep going up, maybe up to 35 billion. I reckon I could get maybe 40 billion hostile, depending on its special abilities. All right. Well, I'm happy with that. That were a really good run. I killed 3 Q hostiles with 1 Lorca's fist. Obviously, I had a max 45, 3 to both. I didn't even cloak, did I, on the other 2 because I rushed them. So I didn't cloak on the last 2, just the first one. That shows how strong max 45 is with that. Wow. Went from dying to killing 3. So max 45 is still really good for Q hostiles. And it was just like multiply and accumulate the power with Lorca because you're doing more shots with more damage. Let's have a look how much damage I did on that last one. Let's have a look. So basically, Pike, Moreau. The reason I do Pike, Moreau, E-dated just because I want insane levels of ISO damage. So look, 3.7 billion ISO damage, 3.5 billion, 3.8 billion, 3.68 billion. Yeah, look, my ISO damage is double my standard damage. 3.7 billion. So, and how much damage am I taking? Not that much from that. 0. Hold up, what's happened there? Oh, look, I've zeroed its crits. Look, I've got, because of my research, I zero its crits. Because I've put loads and loads of research recently into crit reduction, crit damage reduction. All the, you know, when I get all the premium stuff when I'm from winning SLBs and things like that. So any crits it did, it zeroed them. Is there any special abilities that made it do that? No? That's really good to know. So that means against hostiles now, if anyone crits against me, I'm zeroing out the damage. That's good to know. Alright. I wonder if that's anything to do with max 45 and I need to have a look at the abilities in max 45 and Cerrito as well. Whether that had anything to do with me zeroing them. I wonder if I did. Let's have a look at, just briefly, because I'm going to close this up in a minute. Oh, 20 people have come across into... Oh, maybe I won't log off. What does that mean? Log off gaming is raiding with a party of 20. Does that mean there's 20 people? Oh, look, no, yeah, got 26 viewers now. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for sending all them people my way. Oh, hello. I'm good, thank you. We was actually getting towards the end of it, but I will stay on a little bit given, 26 people have just jumped on. We've just been looking through 2 things. One is around strategies for Mining Monday. No, I'm not level 54. I am 59. Yeah, 59. And so we did strategies for Mining Monday, and we also today completed the heroic recruit. So we did that, and we found that I'll show you the stats for those who were in. So one jelly for me from level 0 all the way up for fully tiered gets me 7.6 million points towards that event. And the resources I get from one full scrap jelly, because meant that I could do more than one, meant I could get 12 million points. So that got me to about this milestone, and then I did research to get me to the final milestone. And we were looking at ways and strategies for being able to unlock the officers in like a reasonably quick way without having to spend a load of money. So for the new viewers, just like that, was the kind of the outcome of that thing that we looked at was, scrap jelly, reinvest jelly into building another one in a bit, then scrap that once you've maxed it. Yeah, the ISS jelly. So these things. Let me show you. Manage swap ships. These things. These things down here. You can see. So like, I took one all the way to 60. Probably I'll be one of 60. Yeah, so that one, well, I built this brand new. Yeah, I've got 4 of them because, yeah, it seems like a lot, but these drop all the time, and they're in, like, when you do your refines, your alliance refines and store. I don't know if I've got, like, these look so like, but I don't know which one it's in. I know it's in one of them, but like I always I do my max on all these. And I don't know. I don't know where they drop. I just know that I seem to accumulate a lot of prints of jelly. Now at Ops 39, I don't think this is gonna work for you because it's like you need to have a stack of them jellies to be able to build them and scrap them. So now I'm almost certain that there's somewhere in. Because remember, like, it used to be a big thing about saying, "Oh wow, I got a jackpot on the jelly." I remember ages ago, and you were like, "I got a jackpot on the jelly," and I can't remember where that was. But I'll show you. Are they in these? Are they in the rare ones? No, I can't remember where they are. Just let me finish these refines, because I might as well do them while I'm here. But you can see I always max. Is it in here? No, it's not. So maybe it's not in these. Does anyone on the chat of the million of people that have just jumped in remember where the chat? And also, like, I'm not very good here, am I? Like, could you guys follow me as well? I'd really, really, really appreciate it, because just for the new guys that are in, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to learn Twitch and streaming for my son who's getting into it, and I've been playing this game since it first came out, so I wanted to give a bit back to the community about the stuff that I know. But if I show you, like, I could still build another 3 of them. If I go to Explorer across here, you see, look, ISS jellyfish. Oh, I can build one more now because I built one today. So by the time I need to level the other ones, I'll probably get enough prints to build another one. So I bet I've probably got 2 in the tank to continue doing that. So yeah, so yeah, all I want to show you is that, like, that was the outcome was that for one scrap jelly, I can get about 12 million points, which gets me to about the 3rd milestone of this, and then I finish rest off on research and buildings, and that gets me into, like, I'll end up in this 1125, which is 15. So that gets you 65 prints, and then you get 20 from the battle pass, which takes you to 85 prints, which means you just need 15 next Saturday, which will be you'll just then need to do, like, up to there, and then you've unlocked it. So yeah, so that's a good way to complete that. And then the other thing we showed, well, we've been doing mining. So basically, I've been showing people how to preload your Novas or whatever. You see how I got 40 million cargo. I've come into here and I'm preloading. So tomorrow, and I'm a bit late. I would normally do this at like 6 o'clock my time, but I've waited to do this to show it on the stream. I kind of preload that 40 million, send it home, and then send it back again, and that allows you to get a good score for your Alliance on the lap mining Monday ALB. And then just as we're about to log off, I'll show you. You like this? We use Lorca's new ability, so you must have seen Lorca, and this Lorca's fist ability. So you get 13,000% extra damage, but it only lasts for a minute, and you can use it every 8 hours. So I managed to get 3 Q trials completed. So I beat a 21 billion ship, and I'm using Pipe Moreau E data. And the reason why I use Pipe Moreau E data is because I want these massive ISO damage crits to blast it out as fast as I possibly can, look, in one round. So because of all that damage, 4 million things, that's going straight through to the shield and hull. It's very little of that's been mitigated, whereas you can see 1.6 million of my standard damage is being mitigated, 1.186 billion of it. So most of my standard damage is being mitigated because it's so frigging massive. But my ISO damage bangs straight through to the shield and hull. So it means that using a Sompec, granted, level 40, 758 million, I can beat a 21 billion ship. And then I beat a 26 billion one, lost a bit of hull there, and then I thought, oh, I'm definitely going to die on the next one, which was 29 billion, but I just killed it. So I managed to get 3 Q hostiles of 20 to 30 billion done. So I'm just showing the power of the new Lorca ability, and that kind of zoomed me up the assessment rank to 21st. And everyone above me is like 63, 65, 70, etc. So I'm reckoning I might be able to get into top 20, but I'm going to need my G5 Epic. And once I get my G5 Epic, I reckon I'll be up here, I reckon, maybe top 10. So yeah, that was a... Hang up, I can't speak German, so I don't know what that means. So, just for the people who are on this, there's somebody here using increased cargo size in a full protected zone. I should really move, but let me say it in English for him. I mean, I've explained it. Let me see. Let's see. I don't know if I can be bothered to kill him because he just don't get it, does he? 2 of 11. So basically, I was deciding whether I could kill this person and take the mine. And under our rules of engagement, which is in here, for those who are maybe from a different server, I don't know, then the officer must increase. Captive maneuver will boost the mining speed of the material being mined. That's what you got to do. So he's not doing that. Yeah, so I'm gonna mull over whether to kill that person or not and take that mine. I don't like killing smaller players who maybe don't understand what you should and shouldn't have as the mining thing, so I might sleep on it and try and get one in the morning. But just for the people that I did kill somebody sat on a 0 because the zone were full, and see that this is bugged. Right, see, look, it does this. It looks like it bugs up. There we go. Okay. Interestingly, you all raided across into this just as I was about to end the stream, so I do appreciate all them people coming over, and like I said, I do plan to do these streams every couple of days. I've been playing this game since it came out, 2019. A funny story is I only downloaded the game because, people know this, I wanted to play something while I was sat in the toilet, and then ended up playing it for God knows how many years and buying a pack every month. So that was an expensive toilet decision. But I've quite enjoyed my time. We've got a really good alliance on this server. I don't know what server that you're all from who came flooding in. And I'm relatively high level, mate. 59. I would call myself like a on our server. 59 would be like a big dolphin, and I'm like, because I'm kind of king of the hill on the lower than 60s. I've been saying this to me before. Like everything I do on my research tends to be about for PvP purposes, and I can tend to kill with my Sompek and my PvP crew about up to 1.5 billion epic chips. So yeah, so that's, and the reason why is because I've got a pretty strong time crystal. My research pretty high. Got, like, if you look at my crit chance, go down. My under attack, here we go. Crit damage is 445%. Look, so I tend to go. Have I got off the toilet since? Yeah. Maybe if I didn't go on the toilet that day, I wouldn't have. I'd have more money still in the bank. But I'm not much like you missed the other streams. But like I tell people, I only ever buy something if I think it's comparatively good value for what's scopified. And I said it before, £100 is never good value for any computer game ever. But if you look at the value of each pack individually, then some are worth a lot more than others in terms of value to you. And the last one I bought, the Fleet Commander Lorca, because it just gave me a lot of stuff. Like if you look at my skill tree, I got him. I could level him straight to 100 and 20 out of 20, and it got me, 30 impulse speed, 20% ISO damage, 500% health, hull, 500% shield, 5% extra crit chance, 200% extra damage against players, 10% forbidden tech efficiency, 24% materials on building efficiencies, and then these two are all efficiencies for ship components for when I get my G5 Epic, plus along a bit of extra piercing stats. So you got all that, which worked out last stream is about 6 primes worth of value, I would say. So you probably get like £600 to £700 worth of value out of one pack. So I thought that was quite. Then when I see packs like that, I buy them. But I would never buy a pack to just upgrade 2 or 3 buildings. Never. But that's how people get to 65, 67, 70s. So we've got some monsters on our server. Some really, really big players. So if I go to power, Stayer, congratulations to me, recently got to level 70. So for the EU server getting to level 70, I know there's quite a lot on the US servers, but for the EU ones, that's a really good effort. Our server 131 is probably one of the older EU servers, but we've still got more monsters. Look, 68, Stormy, I think he's 68, 69, Mav's 69, 67. So the only way you're going to get that high level is to buy packs to push through, you know, the G5 and what they'll be on G6 rare and epic hurdles that you come up to. There's this yeah, I know. No. Still don't get it. I'm not going to kill him, but I'll hopefully try and help him for the future so he understands. Let me send him a link to it so he can help it. I'm just deciding I'm going to help him instead of killing him. Sorry, I'm just going to help this person out. I'm not decided not to kill him because he clearly don't get it, does he? So it's just an honest mistake. It looks like a increased cargo. Load out. There you go. Give me doing it. So yeah, so there we go. So the thing I've been through today to just round up is started off getting my heroic milestone complete, which netted me about 15th in the SLB. I'll make sure I stop in the top 25. Make sure I complete my battle pass. You know, I'm at 85 out of 100, so easy peasy unlock this month. Probably next Saturday I'll get that unlock done. Could be a good possible new loot crew, particularly for Armadas with the extra shots that she does. So yeah, maybe a rival to my 2 loot crews, which for people's purposes, my main loot crew would be. Our main loot crew is this. Loot crew, this one. Pick Captive Prerogative. Increases rewards gained from hostile and armadas by 60%. Then you get 40% off data. Data gives you ISO damage. And then 5 in for 80% extra resources. So that's my loot crew. So it's going to take some to beat that. Just because you've got Data's isolated cascade damage, so not only are you getting a load of loot, you're pretty strong. And then obviously you're always keeping you, unless it's an armada, because you don't work on. Now, to be honest with you, like this only works on. It does work on armadas, but like you won't work on armadas, so you just don't work on armadas. I've been hit by a hostile though, so but for the hostiles, this is what I'll use. You get more resources to drop low. She gives me Hull Breach, and I could use different characters in that particular slot. So that's my current loot crew. So this new officer here. So it's the same as Picard. Maybe it's the same synergy, but then you get in the extra shots. So if the officer that sits alongside her become worthwhile, then what does she give? Well, that's useless. No, I'm not interested in that in terms of a loot crew. So we're gonna have to wait to see what else comes out, to see if that's going to be a worthwhile loot crew. No, but yeah, it's okay. All right, I think they finally get it. I think they finally get it. Okay. So yeah, so we did that, and then we did the mining. I talked through how to set crews up, to preload, timing to come into the token zones here in Bayjaw. These 3 zones. You see, I've got one on gas, one on crystal, and one on ore. These will happily mine away now and fill up. I've got 40 million, 42 million, 36 million, so 110 million's worth of resources mining away. Once I've logged all them, I'm going to be up near 4 to 5 billion points. And then if I had time, I'd normally send them back again, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that this week, and I might need to top up with my feature to get the points, but I'll end up with 5 to 6 billion points. And then we had a little bonus at the end where we used Lorca's fist to do to kill the Q trials, which was just unbelievable. So to be able to get 3 Q trials in 1 minute done, up to a 30 billion hostile, I was really pleased with. Really happy with that, and it shot me right up into like the highest placed level 50. Well, level 59. Everyone above me now on the assessment rank on here is, everyone above there is mid to high 60s. All them people are mid to high 60s, which means they've got either a near max G5 epic or a G6 uncommons and G6 rares, and in Steer's case a G6 epic that's nearly maxed. Beast. Right, and on that, I think I'm going to close it up again. I mean, really surprised of all the people who came raided over. If you have followed me, I will have a look and try and follow you back. And I do appreciate the people who've come across from there. And like I said, I'm going to be doing these every 2 or so days. Each one with a new different topic. I'll put them onto my schedule, just like you'll see in the schedule what it is I'm going to cover. I am thinking about talking through the new Nova abilities. Upgrade that while we're here. So I'm gonna like explore, because I've not spent my Nova points yet, and I want to talk through the rights and wrongs of each of the different Nova Squadron line. So whether you go hull breach, morale, or burning, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to go hull breach, but we'll have a look through them paths, and I will spend them points. I am kind of saving them to see if there's any event for them, but whether they'll come, I'm not sure. So I'll do that, and also because of the event, I'm maxed Locutus, so I've got loads of skill points left to put into Locutus. How many have I got? I've got 13,000 Locutus points to spend. Now what I want is a SLB or SMS where 1 research gets you points, because each of these, every time you spend on one level of these, it counts as 1 research. And there's certain events, and the power as well, it counts as research power. So there's certain events like on incursions and like gain power events where if you're in an SLB to gain power, then using them points on stuff like that is where you can win the SLB. Or if it's an ALB, you can be the top contributor in your alliance because you're saving these things to use at the right time. So I think we might look to see what I might spend my Lakuta's points on. We'll look at the Nova Squadron stuff, and then I'll have a look to see what events are on early next week and give more tips and strategies on how to win them. Because just for people's things who raided in, you'll see that not that one, on the Echoes of War, we did a strategy for the Echo of War when I won that Echoes of War SLB. So I finished first in that, which then obviously for this one puts me in first place for that. So maybe some more Echoes of War stuff comes out and we can have a look at the strategies for it. So they'll be the things that we'll do. And we'll leave it at that. Hopefully people found that quite useful. And I'll save the recording to be on Twitch for a bit, and then eventually it'll be up on YouTube once I figure out how to. I've figured out how to download them anyway now from Twitch. I've figured that out. And then now I just want to set up my YouTube account under a similar thing and then get them uploaded. But we will close that down from there. When I go across today, it's going to look horrible because I've not yet figured out how to stop the stream without going back to OBS. So apologies, this is going to look horrible. But thanks all for coming in. I'll close this down now and I'll see you on the next stream. And like I said, please follow if you're not yet already. I really do appreciate it. If I get to 50, I can unlock some new features and stuff and make it all a little bit cooler and better. But I really appreciate everyone coming in. Cheers all.